On to this now. Delegates at the three-day BRICS Business Council Trade Fair say developing new funding mechanisms for a greener manufacturing industry is essential to see South Africa prop up its position and contribute to the BRICS Bloc. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo is covering the event, and she filed this report.
Well, the 15th BRICS Summit looks to zone in on how those BRICS nations can enhance collaboration and improve trade. And to give us a little bit more detail around financing in the manufacturing industry to achieve this, I am now joined by Leslie Marsdorp, who is the Chief Financial Officer at the New Development Bank. Thank you for joining us. The overall theme is really to zone in on those key priority sectors that could drive growth, manufacturing being one of those. Talk us through what the BRICS Summit really hopes to drill into in that specific sector this year.
Thank you very much for having me. I think firstly it's important to highlight the significance of this summit. This is probably the largest gathering of new potential countries that will join BRICS, which will lead to a significant expansion not only of the BRICS Bloc but also potentially of the New Development Bank. By bringing in new countries, we bring in fresh capital which enhances our ability to finance new infrastructure projects into the future. Second key point to make, as you know, if you've just referenced, there's a major focus on the climate agenda. All of our countries are looking at how can we design new green industrial strategies to ensure that we can find new sources of growth, right? So renewable energy, for example, battery storage, wind power, all electric vehicles, all of these sectors that are new, that are also focused on reducing carbon emissions, have the potential to create new jobs and to be new drivers and stimulus of growth. So this morning, a lot of the discussion will be about manufacturing specifically and how we can deepen the collaboration amongst the BRICS countries.
And Leslie, tell us a little bit more about this new financing and funding mechanisms for green manufacturing. South Africa, if we zone in on South Africa with the energy crisis that we're facing and the manufacturing sector be quite energy intensive, are we ready for that conversation and to move in that direction?
As you know, the single biggest focus in South Africa now is to attain energy security. The single biggest challenge on growth in South Africa is energy insecurity. So correctly, government, business, Eskom itself are all focused on how to get Eskom on a more sustainable financial path. We have no other choice as a country. We have had a long historical industrial strategy that was based on cheap energy, if you like. Prior to 1994, if you might recall, the country had surplus electricity. We had more power than what was needed. But then our economy grew significantly and we used up all of that capacity. We need to prepare for the long term. We should not only be focused on today and the energy crisis that exists today. Investing in manufacturing is critical to enable us to export, generate new jobs into the future.
Leslie, thank you so much for those insights. Of course, that's Leslie Marsdorp, who is the Chief Financial Officer at the New Development Bank, talking us through some of those funding mechanisms for a greener manufacturing industry. The sessions are about to start now, drilling really into those issues. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Midrand.